a mess. All right. Good morning, Janet. What's going on, honey? Yeah, I'm excited. Okay. So I told you I've been waiting on those test results to come through. They finally got to the doctor. The doctor's office called me this morning and said that they managed to finally get. So hopefully by the end of the day, either the end of the day or tomorrow, we will be able to figure out. They're supposed to call me back. We will be able to figure out our next course of action. So I said, this is literally, I had that test April 22nd. I've called the hospital. Thank goodness for the doctor's assistant because she's definitely like helped. She was like, yeah, I've never seen it take this long. She was like, that's normally something they could have had done that week. So I'm like, I'm pissed, but I'm also happy at the same time. Like the hospitals in Delaware are like not very well run. What do you have planned for dinner, Miss Janet? You hanging in there? But like, so that's a big relief. So like I said, we'll see what the next step is. I'm trying just to take it one at a time. The next step is either a surgery or a biopsy. So either way, kind of a surgery. Hi, all right, good morning. So we will see how like everything goes. Like I said, I'm hoping that nothing else is found and I just need a biopsy and that's that. And, that like we will. I just don't understand why it took them so long. Like I literally called there yesterday and left a pretty nasty message. I'm not even kidding. Like I couldn't even talk to somebody like a receptionist. Like I couldn't even talk to somebody. Like I had to leave a voicemail and nobody called me back. And then like I said, the chick that works with the doctor's assistant, she's been calling like nonstop. She was like, I've literally called every single day. She was like, since we talked, she's like, I've literally called them and emailed them every single day. And I'm like, damn, like, thank goodness for her ass, because I can't imagine. Like, sometimes there's places they can call that we don't have access to, or emails we don't have access to, or whatnot. So, like I said, my next step, they finally got my results in from that PT scan that I had, which was like everything. So the doctor's reviewing it today, and then, like I said, they told me either today or early tomorrow they were going to call me back and let me know what my next steps are. So either I said I got an horrible, like awesomely horrible cancer diagnosis not too long ago. So that's it. So like I said, she's supposed to call me back today and let me know whether I need surgery or whether I need a biopsy. Like, but either way, they're going in my neck and they're gonna find out everything. It just sucks. Like it sucks. Like imagine like say somebody that's older going through. Hi, Fallen. What's going on? Imagine somebody that's older going through this. Like somebody that maybe doesn't remember to make phone calls. Doesn't like. The cancer affects everybody at any age. Like nobody's off limits from it. You know what I mean? So but I'm like, man, what? Thank goodness, like I said, thank goodness for John Hopkins because it's already been a lot to process. But then, like, having to call all the numbers and do this and do that, and it's been a lot. It's been a lot. So hopefully, I will have good news today, and it'll just be a biopsy, and they go in, they take a chunk of it out, they see like if there's any that has spread to there. I said worst case scenario, I'd have surgery and then I'd have to go through chemo and radiation and all that shit. Best case scenario, I'd get a biopsy done and then if it comes back positive, then I would do all the radiation and the chemo and all that shit. But best case scenario, like I said, they're doing a biopsy. If it comes back negative, the next biopsy, then like I have to do like it's like these immunity treatments. Like I don't know what it is. I've never done this before, so this is all new to me. But so I don't know. Like I said, it's been a lot, y'all. It's been a lot. Can you get out of there? You can come sit right here. I don't care if you sit here, but please don't get in my makeup. So I'm going out tonight. Like I said, I'm shooting pool. I shoot pool literally every Wednesday. It gives me like some weird sense of control in life because so you really can't control anything in life, but I can control. And you know what's weird? All of a sudden, like my scars started getting sore. I'm like, okay, like it's been fine this whole time. And then recently, oh, thank you, JJ. I appreciate you guys. Tap the screen for me like the live. It helps draw more people in, and we love that. How am I? I'm better today than I was yesterday, Fallen. How are you, honey? So I said I'm going through like this bullshit. Like it's literally bullshit. Like it just fucking sucks. So, but I'm pretty tough and I'm really, really stubborn. So I'm not going to I'm not ready to not be in this world anymore. You know what I mean? Like I still have stuff I want to get done. I still have stuff I need to do. I'm like in the middle of writing like another cookbook and like you know what I mean? Like I've literally but so I said it's been a lot. Like it's been a lot. So, and nobody ever wants to hear cancer. Like nobody ever wants to hear that shit. I know I certainly didn't want to hear that shit. So, but we are fighting this through. We are getting we're gonna, we're gonna be okay. We're gonna be okay. Like we're gonna be okay. It's a little, like I said, but it's anxiety. Like that's I've been waiting for these test results forever. So, like I said, I went and I did the test. It was April 22nd, and it was a weird test. I won't even go into all of it on here today because it was a weird test, right? Like a weird medical test. And so, yeah, yeah, I don't know. That's where life stands right now. So hopefully they'll call me back by the end of the day and tell me what our next step is. So I've been talking about it on here a little bit lately, just about everything that's going on. And I said, it's been a lot. It's been a lot. I'm trying really hard to process it and not have anxiety. I'm trying. I'm doing the best that I can, you know. I'm doing the best that I can. But the doctor's office told me they were like I said I'm going to John Hopkins for my cancer treatments. And they were like we've never had like the hospitals in Delaware are awful. They're absolutely awful. When I was younger, my dad actually, like I said, the Delaware hospitals are horrible. Like just absolutely horrible. I when I was like real little, we're there cheering you on. I appreciate it. Like I said, everybody keep your fingers crossed for me. That's all I could hope for. But when I was younger, I said there was a day like my mom and my dad were sitting down to eat dinner. I wasn't home. I don't know where I was at. I was probably at like church or something. Like I was young. And he kept taking his fork and like putting it in his mouth. And my mom was like, "Are you okay?" There was nothing on the fork. So they're sitting down to eat dinner and like he's just eating nothing. And she's like, "Are you all right? You good?" My dad started to have a stroke, right? And I said, this is years upon years ago. This is not something that happened recently. But so back then, you used to be able to call the hospital and say, hey, is da 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 patient. Now they have HIPAA and all that stuff. But like once upon a time, you could literally just call and say, hey, my dad's in there. Can you tell me what room he's in? His name is blah, blah, blah. And they'd be like, yeah, let me look it up, you know. Well, I called the hospital the next morning because I knew that they had gone in. They didn't know what happened. I hadn't heard anything. Back then, they also didn't have cell phones, too. So it's not like, it's me, Lewis. Hi, Lewis. What's happening, baby? Good morning. But so, I called the hospital and I was like, hey, I'm looking for, I won't say his full name, but like, I'm looking for da-da-da's room. And they were like, hold on. And they came back and they said, he's still in the emergency room hallway. Like, he hasn't gotten a room. And I was like, what? It was literally 12 hours later, right? My dad sat there for 12, no, I'm sorry, I think it was 8 hours having a stroke. And he was just sitting in the hallway. I understand triage and the fact that people have to, go what's for, the most serious and whatnot. But with a stroke, they can actually give you medication on the onset of a stroke where it will not only stop it, what the hell, yeah. Yeah, the hospitals here are terrible though. It's like they're so bad. But so he sat down there. Now like I said, there's medications where if you get it within an hour of the onset of the seizure, you can literally reverse all, like it's like it didn't happen. Well, my dad never really recovered from that, like because I said that's kind of like a big thing. But like it just amazes me. He had issues to begin with, like he had tumors removed and all sorts of stuff from his brain. So it's like, I would think like I said, I understand triage. I understand they have to go for the most serious thing, you know what I mean, that they can. So I don't know. Like I said, it's been like this has just been a lot lately. I'm already ready to be done with this cancer shit. Like I'm already ready. Let's be done with this shit. Like I said, if they called me today and they were like, "Hey, can you come in today? We're gonna do the surgery," I'd go in a heartbeat. I'd be like, "Yeah, I'll be there in like a couple hours." Like, you know what I mean? It's not close to home, but I would just go do it today. I hate waiting. Like when you're in that limbo, you're in that like stage where you really don't know what's going on. You really don't know if people, it's like, it's just ridiculous. So I said, and it shouldn't be that hard to get just medical care. I was talking about this the other day and I said, the world used to be a lot different, y'all. Like for real. Once upon a time, if you went to the hospital and you owed the hospital money, right, they would literally turn you away. They'd be somebody could have an open wound and they'd be like, well, listen, you still owe 1,500 from that, that time back in the day. And people are like, well, I can't pay it right now. Like, what do I do? And they'd say, well, go to another hospital. Like, straight up. This is like, that's real. That's how it used to be. And then now they at least like will treat you and they'll bill you afterwards. Cool, at least you get your treatment. But so that's how it used to be. It was pretty wild. Like it's wild to think of it now because like so you have somebody that say has like an open wound or something and then you're telling them, well, go to another hospital. You know what I mean? Like one that you don't have a bill at. Like, that's fucking brutal. You know what I mean? Sonia, what's going on, honey? Good morning, guys. Welcome through. Tap the screen for me, like the live. It helps me draw more people in. I said I am dual streaming, so if you hear me talking to somebody, hello, honey, how are you? My gorgeous Sonia. How are you, babe? But so, yeah, so hopefully by the end of today, I'll have some answers. I'll have some like I'll at least know like what our course of action is next. So I said it's been a lot, y'all. It's been a lot. Like I said, I'm already ready to have this done with and like so hopefully like I said, keep your fingers crossed for me today because like I need every bit that I can get. I need every bit of luck that I can get. So, But good morning, guys. Welcome through. I said we do the weird news in the morning. I look a hot mess. I'm going out and shooting pool tonight. So I'm going to get myself together. I'm not working today. Like I said, hi, what's going on? Magdalene. There we go. But I'm not working today. I have like no classes today. So I'm like, okay, like, we're going to just kind of like keep it going like that's so I said it's been a lot, man, like, and I feel bad for older people that don't know like what they're doing or can't remember what they did. Like I said, John Hopkins has been absolutely amazing. They've been absolutely amazing. Like this, the doctor's assistant literally gave me her personal number and told me it was okay for me to text her. Never had that before. I've never, ever, ever. Normally, you got to call the office like 20 million times. You like get shuffled around, like all that stuff. She's been absolutely amazing. So I'm very, very grateful. But I absolutely hate my local like play phone tag, right? Like doctors, like all that stuff. Like you'll call somebody and they'll call you and say, "Well, like we've been waiting since April 22nd for these fucking test results, Sonia," and I mean, I went to our cancer center. Like, you would think that they would have a little bit more urge to expedite it, you know what I mean? And we've been trying to get the results of it just so we can figure out what the next step is. Like, we don't 100% know what the next step is. So it's just been stupid. Like, I've literally called them myself. I've left them voicemails. When you call, like, at the hospital, right? Like, they're, and with mine, since September, I was going to say, this has been. Oh, you've been going through it since September? I was going to say April 22nd was when I had that test done, and we've been waiting, just waiting for the images. Like I said, the doctor's assistant even told me, like, we've never seen it take this long. Like, she's like, I've literally called there like 20 times. I've left voicemails. Well, I was going to say April 22nd was my date, and then I got diagnosed. Well, it was after the dog, because they said Bugsy passed away, Sonia, so it was after December. I think it was like January or February, somewhere in there. But it's definitely been like a bit. Like it's been a bit. Like it's been way longer than I would like it to be. So I said that's just what's going on. Yeah, it's. So I said my dog got diagnosed with cancer in December, right? And then not too long after that, I got a cancer diagnosis too. So my dog ended up passing away. So I'm taking care of him while I'm dealing with my own shit. And I'm like, he passed away. Like I said, I was absolutely heartbroken. He was my very first dog ever. I ended up rescuing a dog who's sitting right here with me. But so, like I said, hopefully by the end of this day, I'll at least have an update on what they're doing next. Because I said, it's been a lot. It's been a lot. I'm doing my best to keep my head up and get through it. And I'm gonna be okay. Like I'm gonna be okay. I'm not 100% sure that but like I said, I'm really stubborn. Really, really, really stubborn. Oh, thank you, Sonia, honey. I appreciate you. Like I said, I'm really like headstrong and really stubborn. So it's like I'm not going down without a fight. You know what I mean? And so like I said, for anybody that like is, I had like a piece of my neck removed. And all of a sudden recently it's been getting sore. Like it's a scar, but it's been like getting sore. Like I don't know if it's like my hair that's irritating it or whatever. But so yeah, and I said, I'll tell you this one, Sonia. So they did this test on me, and I apologize if people have already heard this because I've been talking about it a lot. But it was so funny because, like, they told me that it would make my crotch warm, but it made my asshole warm. Like, it literally made my asshole hot. Like, it was just weird. Like, it was the weirdest medical test I've ever had. Like, you're laying there and you're like, I thought she said crotch. I thought she said crotch, but that don't feel. And she was like, that wasn't too bad, was it? And I was like, I wanted to be like, you said crotch, it made my asshole hot. Yeah. Well, she told me, I said, Sonia, it was like the full body, everything. Like, I got a PET scan, a CT scan, an MRI, and they put you in the tube, like when you do an MRI, right? And I had an IV in, and she told me right before I went into the tube, she goes, okay, what we're going to do is we're now going to give you this medicine. You'll feel it move from the top of your body to the bottom of your body. She goes, a lot of people say it just feels warm. Yeah, I had an MRI done there too, but like it's very much the similar, like it's the same setup. They just have different tests that they do for different things. And so she's like, but just to let you know, she goes, so this is, it's going to make you warm from top to bottom. She said, from what I understand. And she's like, they were very concerned that I was going to pee on the table. I don't take it personally that that's what they were. She said it's happened before where people have got that warm feeling, right? And and they've wet themselves. And she's like, this machine's really expensive. So if you feel like you got to go, please don't go on the table. And I'm like this is probably the look that I was giving her. I was like, I will try my best. And she was like, yeah, you'll be fine. And I was like, okay. And so it wasn't bad. But I literally could feel every time they put the medication, the contrast stuff, I could feel it move from the top of my body all the way down. But it didn't, I feel like crotch is what people have told her to be nice. Like, oh, that wasn't too bad. Oh, yeah, it was weird though. It made, no, this straight up, it was my asshole. It made my asshole hot. Yeah, it made my asshole hot. Like, I've been pretty open about this shit. All right, let's see. Weird news this morning. Dun, 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 dun. I need to get my face on. Like I said, I don't have any classes today, but I'm going to go to shoot pool tonight. So, Yahoo, we'll be right back. Awesome. The fuck? Yeah, like Yahoo's down. What? Um, let's see. Let's find a good one. No, I don't like this page. Okay. I got this new tablet and it has like, most people would probably not come on their live stream and be like, yeah, I took a test and made my head, but I'm just open. Like I said, I'm pretty like, I mean, there's not like how some people you got to worry about like, well, did they like me? Do they not like me? Oh, she said this and I don't think she likes me. I'm not like that. If I don't like somebody or if I'm mad at somebody, you'll know. You'll know. 100%, you'll know. Like, that's just how but it takes a lot. It takes a lot for me to really get mad at people. Like, I really just don't do it very often. Let's see. Did you guys see, I've talked about, I seen this, right? Oh my God. I seen this the other day. I've talked before about that tradition in England where they rolled like the cheese down the hill. I don't know why this is a tradition, but it is. Like it's a really steep incline. They'll roll a wheel of cheese down. There was a dude, because apparently they just did it recently. There was a dude who got like majorly fucked up. Like majorly. Like, I mean, he went down. As soon as he went down, his knees gave out and he just whap, 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 What? Like, I mean, it was pretty bad. It was worse than anybody else that was on the field with him. Like, it was pretty bad. So if you want to go see that video, you're welcome to go look it up. But I mean, it was pretty brutal. And I'm like, what is the point of this race? Like, why? It's like bullfighting. Like, I don't agree with bullfighting. 100%, I do not agree with bullfighting. Like, there are actually some countries. I was watching something last night, and they were showing about yeah, yeah. So you could end up with a spinal cord injury just because you were trying to win a wheel of cheese. Like, the fuck, they don't even give a trophy for that shit. Like, do you eat the cheese? The cheese is probably covered in grass, and like there's animals nearby, like probably ran through some manure. Like, there's probably no. The only person that gets it is the one that won. They get the wheel of cheese and they get to take it home. And I don't know what the fuck people do with it. It's not like you can put it on your mantle and be like, oh, that one time I won that race. Like, you either eat it or you put it in the trash. Like, there's not even a cash prize. There's not. You literally just get a wheel of cheese that's run down the side of a mountain. Like I said, I just imagine getting it and being covered in, like the red stuff we have inside of us, and like people get really fucked up doing this. So I was watching like this weird thing last night, and you know how they have like the running of the bulls and all that stuff. I don't agree with it. Like 100%, I do not agree. Like, there are certain places that have, where you'll see the bull. Like, it's one thing to get like the thing out, Toro, Toro, and step out of the way. That's one thing. They get to the point where they will try to piss them off worse. So they will throw stuff at them. Like, they will, like, they have like a little spears and whatnot that they'll throw at them. And then you see this poor bull running around, and like, it's got all these things in it. And people are just like, this is a good time. There was somebody, she was actually there doing a documentary about animal abuse. But like, I was watching this one last night where they were like setting its horns on fire, the thing's like screaming. Like, I'm like, this is like, you know how sometimes like people are like, well, tradition is tradition, all that stuff. I get that. I get that, but like, why is that a thing? Like, why I can see, oh, we let the bull run through the streets. Like, okay, but like, why are we instigating with a bull just to say we did? Like, people get majorly fucked up from that shit. You could not listen. I'm short. The last thing that I'm gonna do is run from a bull. I will pretend like it's a bear and just get down and pretend like yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like it was like the videos that I seen last night of it were absolutely awful. Like, and then this woman was there. She was actually doing an undercover story about animal investigation, like, animal abuse investigations, and she ended up. I mean, she got fucked up. But and then she went on and she goes, well, it's not the bull's fault. People are literally causing this. Like, they're taking an animal that has a short temper and they're instigating the hell out of it. They're torturing these animals. Like, I mean, that's the part, like I said, it's one thing if it's like, guy's got a Kate Torto, that doesn't hurt it. It's already pissed off. Like, why do you need to do more to it to make it more angry? Like, certain things, like, I understand their customs and it's tradition and all that stuff, but there's definitely certain things I could not participate in. That running down the hill after a piece of, like, a wheel of cheese, fuck that. Fuck that. I understand that it's an English tradition, but like I said, you could, like, seriously, like, when you see this hill, it is a massive hill. You can, like, normally people take one or two steps and then they just roll the rest of the way. Like, I mean, people get seriously fucked up doing that shit, and it's like, why is this a thing? Like, how did the cheese race become a thing in England? Like, was it like a really special cheese? Were people overly hungry? Like, what happened that this became a tradition? And like, why is it still a tradition? It's beyond me. Like, imagine that. You're like in the hospital and you're going to be in a wheelchair for the rest of your life because of spinal cord injury. And they're like, so what happened? Were you in a motorcycle accident or car accident? No, no, no. I ran down the hill after the cheese and I broke my spinal cord. So now I'm in a wheelchair for life. Like, what kind of sense does that make? And I'm sure there's other people that will look at customs we have over here and be like, the fuck are they thinking? Like, but I can't think of anything that's like that extreme that we, like, right? Like, we'll set off fireworks on 4th of July. Well, yeah, like I mean, there's nothing I can think of that would, as far as traditions in the U.S., would either cause us like a spinal cord injury or to get like mauled by a bull. And I guess it's also, able to, it's, you can look from the outside in, so it's probably a different experience. But I'm like, I just don't understand why people want to do that. You realize a bull will fuck you up. And then after they do this stuff with the bulls, guess what they do? They put them down. They put them down. Like, what sense does that make to me? Like, what? Like, so you're gonna go because it's tradition and get yourself all fucked up. But like, I mean, this chick, when I tell you, like, the woman that was doing the documentary, she got fucked up by this bull, and she was on the bull's side. She just happened to be in the wrong spot. Like, I just don't understand what the sense is behind running with the bull. Like, we have parades and shit. Like, that's, what, nobody's getting injured at a parade unless there's some form of an accident. Like, why are we instigating these animals? Like, that would be like if they put a lion in the street and then everybody like threw shit at it, set fires around it. Like, yeah, guess what? An aggressive animal is going to get more aggressive when it's instigated. So like, why? Like, I just don't understand. Like I said, like the whole setting the horns on fire and then it's freaking out and then people are like it was bad. Like, people were like tying it up and putting stakes in it and all this stuff. And I'm like, why? Like, why do we need to like torture it? Do you guys see there was a woman recently who went viral? I mean, it's not recently. It's probably like a couple months old, this story. But she got blue crabs, right, that were still alive. And she decided to put them in the air fryer. I don't know if y'all know this, but like, listen, my dad used to go crabbing all the time when I was little. I didn't understand. I was too little to understand that the ding, 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 when it wears off, it's that they've all cooked. But like, this chick literally took two blue crabs, right? Blue crabs, when they scream. So, what people will say is it's more humane to put them in a pot of water, right? And then turn the heat up slowly because they don't realize what's happening rather than having them in there screaming, right? And, but yeah, this woman, she decided to take two blue crabs and she put them in the air fryer. They're still alive, they're still moving. She's sitting there putting Old Bay on them before she even turns the thing on. And I'm like, so people were like like mad, because they're like, why would you pick like the most inhumane way to do it? But she was just dumb. Who air fries a crab? Like, really? Like, who air fries a crab? Like, but so yeah, and then she posted the video on her TikTok and it got like all these views and people are like, yo, that's really fucked up. And that's the problem with stupid people. Sometimes they don't know how to look at stuff and go, that was pretty stupid. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Maybe I really shouldn't have posted it. Like, that definitely like, you know what I mean? It's like, I just, like, I understand, like I said, that people are hungry. There's traditions. I love crab. I love crab. I can't eat, ugh, I can't eat a full, like, crab when it still has, like, the poop in it and all that. I don't know. I just don't want to, I don't want to have to de-poop stuff. Like, if it comes to me and it's de-poop, that's one thing. But, like, if it comes to me and it's still got the poop in it, I really don't feel like I need to eat that. Like, I'll eat the legs and whatnot, but like, and my mom, man, my mom was like a pro when it came to eating crabs. Like, she'd be like, frink, frink, frink. Like, that was like a good time for my parents, was like putting like like whenever he would go crabbing, they would put all the newspaper down and they'd sit there and just like, you know what I mean? Like I said, my parents grew up during like the Depression. So like, you ate everything. Like, during that time, you ate everything. There was no, oh, mom, I don't like this. Like, oh, mom, I don't want to eat that. Like, you ate or you starved. So they got very resourceful. Like I said, my dad grew up on a farm, right? And this, I've told this story online too. I can remember sitting there watching, or at Thanksgiving, right? My parents would do a turkey. And you know that bag of, like, whatever that's in the turkey that normally people just throw out? My parents like love that bag. That was like their bonus bag. Like, so they would literally get a bowl of melted butter and they would take that bag, open that up raw, and sit there and dip it in the butter and eat it. And when I tell you, like, they would fight over who got the heart. And I'm like, I can remember going to like my fridge when I was little and I opened it and there was like a jar of like weird jelly, right? I guess I don't know what it was. I don't know how they preserve it, but there was literally like a pig snout in there. Yeah, yeah. He used to eat the hooves too. With chickens and turkeys, yeah. I just like I'm like I maybe I'm bougie. Not raw. Oh yeah, like they would do it 100% raw. But if you grow up eating that type of stuff and you realize, I can honestly tell you, I don't know what a turkey heart tastes like. Like maybe I'm spoiled. Like is that what it? Maybe I'm spoiled. Like yeah, I mean, but I'm like I really don't feel like, especially a raw one. I really don't feel like it's something I need. Have you guys seen the videos? Like they kind of go around every Thanksgiving, and I think that they're really funny. Like they're like, my wife is cleaning the turkey out for like the first time, right? I can understand maybe cooking something, at least cooking something, but like they would just straight up eat it raw, dip it in butter and eat it. I'm like, and like so what people are doing is whenever like this was like a big thing like this last Thanksgiving is that people were like they would wait for like, oh, it's our first Thanksgiving as a family, so my wife's gonna cook her first turkey, and then they're sitting there pulling out the bag and pulling out the big neck, and they're like, oh look, it's a boy. Like, that's so fucked up. Like that's so people are getting videos of them doing that. Then they're like the people are like dry heaving and shit. Like that's so fucked up. That's so fucked up. But that's when you do when you're in a relationship. You pick on each other. You gotta pick on each other, right? That's like part of it. Makes it more fun. You gotta pick on one another, right? But so yeah, I see those put and tell the kids. No, oh yeah, I did. I've seen those ones before where they put like a little one in it, and then they're telling the kids like, oh, it had a baby. Like even that, I'm like, why would you do like why? Like, okay, it's funny. But meanwhile you got a kid that's freaking out because they think that have you guys ever seen like there's certain things I just know, like I like to think of myself as open minded. Like I said, I've never had sushi. I would try sushi. Like I'll try like a lot of stuff, right? I have a sister who's Filipino, right? And like I can't hang with fish when they still got their heads. They have a thing in the Philippines called balut. Do we know what this is? It's disgusting. This is something I know I could not do. Eating an egg, maybe because I've been raised with eggs, like, eating eggs, that's not that big of a deal to me, like eating eggs. It's cool. Well, I get what it is. It's unfertilized. I get that. You know what I mean? This is like literally a fertilized duck egg, and you crack the end of it off, and then but it's got feathers and shit. It's got like a little beak. Like, yo, I could not do it. If it could be fucking the most delicious. They actually, they think it's like got an aphrodisiac. Like it's known in the Philippines for being like an aphrodisiac. Like kind of like how people eat oysters. Oysters are another one I don't know if I could do. Like certain things, like I said, I would try. But then there's other stuff. I'm like, like oysters literally look like somebody blew their nose in a shell. Like, I don't understand how people eat, like, maybe if it wasn't in the shell and say it was like an oyster stew or I don't know. I don't know. I've only ever really seen people get like the bed of ice with the lemons and all that shit. And I'm like, I'm good. I'm good. It might be the most delicious thing ever, but guess who will never find out. But yeah, people consider that like an aphrodisiac. Chef Eric, good morning, honey. Like, how is eating something? Good morning, honey. How are you? But how is eating something? Like I said, it literally looks like somebody blew their nose in a fucking shell, and then they were like, "Here, have some food, have some dinner." Like, I mean, it just, I'm like I know for a fact I could not do that one. I would not be able to get that down. I follow a couple guys on here, and they're really funny. Their thing, if you want to look them up, at the ENT doctor. Oh gosh, I said they told me this morning. Shefford John Hopkins called me, and they said that they finally got my images through from my local hospital. Finally, yeah, it's definitely always something. Like my daughter's like, oh, like I debated on not telling my daughter or like my kids like about like the cancer and all that stuff because I was like, well, I don't want to worry them and all that stuff. My daughter's 25. If I didn't tell her, she would whoop my ass. Like, I'm not even kidding. If she found out any other way, she would 100% whoop my ass. I was more thinking, well, I don't want to worry her. You know what I mean? But she's like, she's talking to me about how, like, my older sister is, like, having, like, issues. And she's like, why didn't she call me? And I'm like, yo, listen, when you get older, you're just like, like, I'm gonna, like, and then especially if you have a lot of medical issues in your life, you're like, it's always fucking something. It's always something. Even if it's not this, it's that. So hopefully we will find out. But she said she'd call me back either today or early tomorrow. The doctor has to review the images with the radiologist and whatnot, and then we're going to find out whether surgery is what we're going to do next or if it's just a biopsy that we're going to do next. So, and then, like I said, we don't really know. So I've just been sitting in fucking limbo for like a month, just waiting for this. You know what I mean? Just waiting for it to come back. Like, you know, I don't know. It's just weird to me. It's like, I would rather, like, if they called me today and said, hey, come down, we're going to do your surgery today, I would be there. I hate waiting for stuff. I've had a ton of other surgeries before, and they're like, well, we're going to schedule you like 3 months out. And you're like, well, what do I do in the meantime? I just sit home and wait. And like, I have like medical issues. I hate talking about my medical issues. I hate it. Like, I feel like there's a lot of people that's all they do is like talk about like their medical issues and how hard life is, and like that's that's not what I've ever wanted to do. Like, it's a part of who I am because it's just something I deal with, but it doesn't make up my entirety. Like, some people, hey, what's going on, Slay? How are you? Guys, welcome through. Tap the screen for me, like the live. It helps push me out to other people, and we like that. We like having more friends, right? I said I'm dual streaming, so make sure you go follow me on YouTube, too. I'm going out the shoot pool tonight. I find it super relaxing. I strongly recommend, if you're going through stress, get hobbies. Like, any free time that I could be sitting and thinking about shit, I'm not doing that. I'm like literally doing other shit. Like I said, I've taken on more hobbies since I got a cancer diagnosis than I think I've ever had before. I got to keep my brain busy. Beautifully, beautiful long. Well, thank you. I was going to say, I mean, I didn't grow it, but somebody did. And I bought it. So it's mine now. So I guess this counts as my hair. It's really dry right now. We're going through like this is the weird time of year as far as weather goes in Delaware, because it's literally like the one day, I was going to say this week, it was over 100 for like 2 days, right? And then it dropped down to, is it humid? Yeah. I was going to say I got it on the Zon. I think I got it on the Zon. I don't want to say like the name of it, but like I think that's where I got it. But no, it was actually longer than this. I had to cut it back a little bit just because it was too long. My dog was getting all wrapped up in it. And like, okay. But so this week, like I said, we had 2 days that were over 100 degrees. And then it went down to 60. And then it went back up. And then it came back down. And then the other day it was like 50 degrees. The day before was like 90. Like, what the fuck? Like, but it's always humid here. It's always fucking humid as fuck. Like, that's just welcome to East Coast living. You know what I mean? Like, I literally live on a peninsula. It's like a small Florida that has water on. Been doing the same thing. Yeah, it's like weird. It's weird. I said, I can remember when I was little, my dad always said that he didn't want to move out of Delaware ever because he liked the fact that he got to experience all 4 seasons. Yeah, but sometimes that's in one day here. Like, sometimes that's in one fucking day. Like, you, like, get up, it's fucking snowing and shit, and then you, like, by lunchtime, it's, like, 120, and then, by, like, it goes back down at night. It's, like, weird. It's, like, the wonkiest weather. Yeah, but see, like, that's a week. We literally change from day to day here. We change from day to day. Like, and I said most people that live in Delaware, we don't have, like, winter clothes and summer clothes. We just leave it all out every year because you pack up your summer clothes, and then guess what? The next day, it's going to be, like, 105. And then the next day, and then, like I said, our humidity is absolutely ridiculous. It is more humid here than it probably is anywhere else besides, like, the bayou. You know what I mean? Like, it gets really, really humid here. August, I don't go outside. Like, most people in this area, we will go from central air to central air. And we might leave the house to go from central air. But besides that, it's not really, like, a big thing where like they have a lot of events outdoors in August, and I mean there's always some, but like a lot of people don't want to go out around that time of year, so August is not a busy season for events. I'm hoping I'll get like my health back in order, and then I can start going out and doing more art events. And it's just like I said, it's a lot right now, so I am right. I'm thankful that I have had a savings account, because if I didn't have a savings account, I don't know how I would have gotten through like the last few months. Like, because they've been so hard. You know what I mean? So I'm now working to recoup it, but like it's one of those things too where I work for myself, so it's like if I don't work, I don't earn anything. So that's, that's just how it is. That's just how it is. So I said I had to take off time. Like I needed to take time off, like big time. I said I lost my dog, and then I also got a cancer diagnosis within a couple months of each other, and like I just needed to something. Like I just needed to. I said the dog was the big thing, because he was really bad off. Like he was really really bad off. And then so yeah, we will see. Like we will see. I'm hoping that the doctor doesn't find anything else. I'm hoping we don't need surgery. I'm hoping that we'll just need a biopsy instead. I'm hoping we don't have to do chemo and radiation, obviously, because I can think of things that I would rather do than that shit, but we're taking it one step at a time. So if I'm just letting you guys know, if for some reason I'm like, oh my God, I gotta go, it's probably because I got a phone call from them. But like, I've literally been waiting since I took the test on April 22nd. I've been waiting since April 22nd for them to send over my images to the cancer doctor. Like the fuck, like what kind of, our Delaware hospitals fucking suck. They fucking suck. All right, so let's see. We're doing the weird news. And I said, I'm not bitching. I just like to let people know what's going on with me. So at least, like I say, if I grouch at somebody, my bad. You know what I mean? Like, I just, like, I don't know. It does help. Like, it's therapeutic to even just talk about it, just because. And I said, guys, we're dual streaming this morning. We're live on YouTube. We're live on TikTok. Make sure that you go follow me on both. Normally, any of my social media, I'll leave it like it's all Misfit Ren. So, all right, let's see. Next in the weird news. So we're doing the weird news in the morning. I like the weird news because it's not depressing like the normal news. It's all like the wild, zany stuff. All right, and I say, if you haven't seen that video of the dude chasing the cheese, go watch it, because when I tell you, like, he gets fucked up. I mean, he gets fucked up. Like, he gets big time fucked up. Like, to the point where people, like, were like, holy shit, you know what I mean? Like, I'm like, to me, it's just not worth it. Like, what, like, I don't know. Maybe I'll go and watch it, but I would never participate in that. Like, ever. Like, I get cheese. Like, at least give them, like, a cash prize. Like, they're gonna have medical bills that they're probably gonna need to pay off. Like, you know what I'm saying? And you're just like, eh. All right, let's see. Let's see where we're at. There we go. Okay, yeah, get out of there. Get out of there. What are you doing? Get out of there. Okay, so let's see. There's a Greek seaside, just speaking of traditions, there's a Greek seaside town that celebrates Lent with multiple colored flower war. I mean, that's one where nobody gets hurt, right? Like, nobody really, unless you got somebody that's got, like, hey, Jojo, how are you? Unless you got somebody that's got, like, a strong upper body, like, throwing flour on each other and really gonna do nothing. I wish I was, like, a runner, because they have these things that look really neat, like the obstacle courses and whatnot. I would totally do them for. What's EID? Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but there's one that I would like to do, and it's called like the color run, right? And you run, and people like have these little bags full of like, it's like I'm sure it's probably flour, like, because it's like some type of, some type of something. Like, I don't know what it is, but then people end up like covered in all these different colors, and I would do that. I'm not a runner. I don't run. I don't even walk fast. Like, fuck it. Like, I'll get there eventually. Um, let's see. Um, okay. Let's find a good one. All right. Yeah, this one's done. Let me see. Um, Did you guys hear? I said the Whitakers, right? Like this is what they've been kind of like. You guys know who the Whitakers are, right? They were like kind of got big on YouTube through I think it was the Soft Underbelly. I think that's the name of it. And they ended up like they're all like they are like separated now. Like they're all like, but they're literally the world's most like inbred family. That's how they're marketed. And I'm like why? How did he even find them? Is my question. How do you like find them? Like I understand there's a story there, and there's how's your day going? Oh, like a holiday. Okay, I was gonna say. So, what do you do for that holiday? Like, is there like what are your traditions? It's going good, Jojo. I'm hanging in there, honey. It's another lovely day on the internet. Okay. All right. There's a Harvard scientist who responds to Vice President J.D. Vance's claim that UFOs are demons. I don't know whether he actually said that or not. Let's take that with a grain of salt. Like that they're demons. That's pretty. For all you know, they could be like a utopia society, like a utopian society where they're like, yeah, no, we don't have money here. Just if you need something, you just tell somebody and they'll provide it. Like we don't know. We don't fucking know. I don't. Like I said, I don't know if he really said that. That would be like a really random thing for somebody to say. I and I said I don't get into politics. I will just tell you this much. I am so happy that Biden is out of office. He's so dumb. Like seriously, I met Biden like years upon years ago. Like years upon years ago, and he was old as fuck then. Like why was he our president? Ever. Like he was already like, dude, like let's give somebody with like fucking dementia who's like 8,000 years old. I really think that the next thing for a president. Hi, cool friend. Hi, Docky. What's going on? Well, eat. Okay, there we go. For the holiday, and yeah, it's kind of complicated to explain. Okay, well, what kind of food do you cook on that holiday? I'm always interested to like hear about other cultures and like how they celebrate their holidays and what other holidays they have, and I don't know. I think it's interesting. So like we have a lot of traditions over here that we do. Thankfully, they don't involve running down a giant super steep hill. I really think that honestly, and this is my opinion. Like I said, I don't get into politics a lot, but I think that they need some good pasta with shrimp. There you go, Docky. All right, there you go. That sounds good. I like shrimp, but if it's deep pooped, but like, I think that we need a younger president. I think that we need somebody that's a bit younger and a bit more connected with the world, or a female. A female would be great. I would vote for a female, like just because I'd be like, yeah, it's a female. You know what I mean? Like, there's more women in the U.S. than there are men. This is like statistically proven fact. You know what I mean? For every one guy, there's 4 women. So if you're single, don't worry about it. You just it happens. But like everything in my pasta, what else you put in it? All right, let's see. But like, I do think that we need somebody younger. These politicians are so disassociated from like what is going on presently. I'll tell you this much. We have a very long time to wait. Yeah, I do too. I do too. But I like I said, just watching all that stuff that happened with like the U.S. and TikTok, I was like embarrassed. Like I literally had like secondhand embarrassment. Like the questions that they were asking, they were like, "No, sir." They're like, "So you were part of like the Chinese government?" And he's like, "Sir, I'm Singaporean." And they're like, "Yeah, but so you fought for," and he's like, "No, I served my country. I'm from Singapore. That's part of," you know what I mean? Like, and they're like, "Well, yeah, but you were in the communist regime and all this stuff." And I'm like it just looks stupid. You like cucumbers in your shrimp pasta? Oh man. I've never tried it. You want to know one of okay, so straight up, this is one of my favorite sandwiches in the world. Don't knock it until you try it. Peanut butter sandwich with cucumbers on it. It's delicious. It's delicious. Like, it's delicious. But like I said, a lot of these guys that are politicians, they don't know what it's like. They're supposed to be speaking on our behalf, but they don't know what it's like to be a normal person and have like a day-to-day thing. They're all like fucking ancient billionaires. Like, what the fuck, who are serving their own self-interest? Like, how are they going to speak for the people? Like I could see like say zucchini in it. You know what I mean? But like cucumbers, I don't know. It might be delicious. It might be absolutely delicious. Who knows? So okay, let's see. Let's find the next one. I said I like to do like the weird news in the morning. There were 413,000 Kit Kat bars stolen in shocking heists that risk causing an international shortage. I can't talk today. Shortage of Kit Kats. All of a sudden, the price of Kit Kats is gonna go like through the roof and shit. I like Kit Kats. I might be weird, but like you know how I eat my Kit Kats is I will. It's like the weirdest way, right? As weird as possible. I'll take my teeth and I'll break off like the top wafer, and then I'll do the same with the other. Like I don't just eat them like normal people. Like I also color coordinate my M&Ms. Like I don't know. I normally eat the brown ones first, then I'll go for orange, then I'll go for green. My last two are normally like red and then blue. Those are like my. So did my husband. Yeah, I don't know why. I feel like it makes it taste better, but it does. The brown ones are like I put blue wine dressing in my pasta. Is it like blueberry wine? I made honey mustard chicken for dinner last night. It was amazing. It had like balsamic vinaigrette in it. It was amazing. It was amazing. It was so good. Okay. And then tonight, like I'm making Monterey Jack cheeseburgers. Like nothing crazy. And I was gonna say, like, dude, just eat them. Just eat them. Just eat the fucking things. Like, all right, let's see. The next one is wild. Thank you guys for tapping the screen. I appreciate it. Like I said, every screen tap helps. They've not been putting me out to FYP for a bit now, so it's definitely very, very helpful. The next one is like, okay, so apparently there's a song contest, semifinals and grand finales called Eurovision. All countries from Europe participate. Oh, that's cool. Serbia was my favorite entry. It's metal and all that. Oh, well, that's cool. Bosnia. I have some friends from Bosnia. Like Bosnia has ridiculously like gorgeous women. I've never seen better looking women than the ones I've seen from Bosnia. Like just straight up. Like I have a friend that's Bosnian, and she just came over here. Her name is Healing Power of a Woman's Smile. Yo, when I tell you she's probably one of the best looking chicks I've ever seen, I'm like, and then on my last site that I was on, we had like all these women from Bosnia and Albania and like, stuff like that. And I'm like, what are they putting in the fucking water over there? Like the fuck, why are these women so gorgeous? Like Jesus, like we got good looking women here. Well, that's true. We have hot footballers in Bosnia too. I mean, it just I'm like, I don't think I've ever seen a chick from Bosnia like where I was like, they're always like ridiculously hot. And I said my ex boyfriend was Albanian, and like even then, like the Albanian man, they were fucking gorgeous too. Like he was a really good looking guy. You know what I mean? Like he was a really good looking guy. But he was an asshole, but he was a really good looking guy. And I'm not even into like looks like that. Like I'm definitely a person that gets attraction based more on personality and sense of humor and that type of shit. Like I don't really get into looks are cool, but they really don't matter to me like that. Like they just don't. Okay, so let's see, there are strict rules to participate. Listen to this one. We're gonna turn our volume up real quick, y'all. Turn your volume up. If you got earphones, put them in, because the next one is a doozy. So they have strict rules to participate in the first ever, the Wigglies that come out of men. You know what I'm talking about. They help make babies. They are actually having a race. It's the Racing World Cup, where the winner will take home $100,000. How in the hell does somebody prep for that? Like how? I mean, I know how they would prep for that, but I'm just saying, like, they're gonna have that contest. They're gonna have that contest. How would they? Well, I guess they'd have to have different dishes set up to see like which one got there first. Because I'm like, well, if they all look the same, like, so how would you know if like participant A won over participant F if they all look the same? But I would assume that they have to do it, and but like, how does somebody know, like, that they have like extra fast swimmies? Like, how does it, like, I don't know. They make contests for everything. Like I said, that might be our weird one, like with the cheese mountain shit. That might be like our weird one. I don't know. Um, let's see. All right. Oh my god. You know how there's like these viral trends? Like it's ridiculous. Like I've seen some people do some of them are like, good fun and they're not like that serious. And then there's other ones like the trends, like do you remember the Tide Pod one? Where people were, and I'm like, the fuck, like why? Like why are people why would people do that? There's always one out there that is like the new thing for like the teenagers and the kids, and it's cool to do it. There's a new thing that's going viral. It's called jester maxing, and it's a brand new trend, right? It's a bizarre new trend following on people hitting their faces with hammers. Like why? Like why? Forgot to mention I'm graduating too. Oh, did you? I was gonna say, what kind of job are you going for, Joda? You're gonna be a professional. Um, I seen this somewhere else. There is a woman who she actually has an AI boyfriend, right? Like I don't know why I watched this, but I did. I watched this like it was like a documentary or like a show or something the one day. But the next article is about her, and she actually like she has D'Angelo. What's going on, baby? Good morning. But so she actually has an AI boyfriend, right? And he like sits and talks to her, and like they eat dinner together, and they have like a normal type relationship, except he just happens to be AI. Well, guess what they also do? Like I don't know. I don't know. I said I worked in an adult toy shop for fucking years, like 7 years, like a really long time. And the technology that they're coming out with this stuff is absolutely crazy. Even as far as just the adult toy like line, it's just crazy. Like they're starting to do stuff with like AI and like apps and all that stuff. We had one. I said when I went back before, I ended up like there we had this one and it was a butt, right? And you had to like smack the butt and it would talk back to you and interact with you. It was weird. It was weird. And I'm like, man, like some people really lonely like that. Like, you know what I mean? Child doctor? Oh, pediatrician. Yeah. Oh, that's good. Do that. That's always a good job to have. That's always a good job to have. Shit. And people always need doctors. So, that's that one. I got to do my eyebrows off live because for some reason it keeps picking it up as like a substance. I'm like, it's an eyebrow pencil. I don't know. Like what? Okay. Um. Okay. Let's see. But yeah, this chick, and she's pretty hot. Like I'm not gonna. She's a pretty good looking chick, but she's very open. Like she's told her family about her AI boyfriend. She's told her friends about it. Like, what do you think psychologically would make somebody that into that idea? Like that's the see. I said when I watch this shit, that's the shit that I think of is like, what like how bad did a boyfriend fuck her up that she has to do like an AI boyfriend? Because I said she's a good looking chick. It's not like she couldn't have somebody to date. But like what I mean, somebody did something good. Somebody did something good because it's like a different level of control you need, like where you like program them to exactly like what you want them to do. I don't know. I don't understand how like an AI relationship would work. Like that just seems so bizarre to me. Like it almost seems like she needs a friend. Like she's lonely. But like I said, she's a good looking chick. She's a good looking chick. She could have a boyfriend, but like I just there's got to be something. I don't know. Psychologically, to me, that's something that like I don't know. I don't know. That would be so bizarre. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so I guess it's been going viral that like I've not seen this yet. You know what I mean? I had this weird boyfriend in the past. Whenever I fought with him, I would use the insult, "You will never make it into medicine." Well, here, right? Be stubborn, Jojo. That's the best you can do. That's the best you can do. I love it when people tell me I can't do something because I'm like, gives you that little extra kick in the butt. You know what I mean? The great all over again, right? So they're actually going back and looking at the opening ceremony from the like. Well, how long ago was this? The Olympics. I don't normally watch it. Hey, what is this stream? Is it tarot cards? No, I don't do tarot card reading. It's just weird news this morning. But so they're going back. Like I said, anything can become viral. Like you can post a video today, and like 5 years from now, all of a sudden it pops off, right? So now people are going back and they're looking at the last Winter Olympics, and people are calling out a satanic moment during the opening ceremony. So but it's apparently, like I said, the weird news. It's a lot of stuff that's gone viral. It's trends. It's like all that. Okay, so Kristen Stewart, the chick from Twilight, has come out and she said that she's being haunted by Princess Diana. I watched the Twilight movies, unfortunately. There was like so much, like people were like, "Oh, it's the best thing ever." I watched it. I fucking hated it. Like I was like, "This is stupid." And then I watched the first one, so then I felt like I needed to watch the other two just because, like, now I'm invested in it. But like, it was like, I'm like, I did not think I did not like Twilight. That was not my thing. I have to go now. Oh, bye, Jojo, honey. Yeah, stop by anytime. I'm always happy to have people come and hang out with me. And I said, guys, tap the screen, like the live. It helps me trend, and I need every bit of help I can get. Like I said, TikTok's really been hating on me lately. Like every time I've noticed, like anytime I get any type of restrictions, like that week, it just and I do it all the time. Like I get a restriction all the time. I got one yesterday, and I wasn't even doing nothing. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't even doing anything. But they're very it's weird because you'll see some people and they're doing crazy stuff and nothing, and then like you'll see somebody who's just like sitting put on makeup and like I get banana because I have an eyebrow pencil in my hand and it picks it up as like a smoke, and I'm like, they don't even look alike. Like they don't even look alike. Like where? And then I'll see other people that are on here like doing their double bubblers and shit like that, and I'm like, okay, okay, cool. Um, I mean, that's like okay. So like like I don't know. I didn't like Robert Pattinson in it. Like I didn't like the whole. Like I just didn't like it. And then like the one dude was in love with her, but then ended up getting imprinted and falling in love with her daughter. And I'm like, and nobody thought any of this was weird. Nobody thought any of this was weird. That he just got over her and went after her daughter. I wouldn't want to be with a guy that was in love with my mom at one point in time. Like I just wouldn't. I just wouldn't. And then like everybody kept acting like she was like I get it that they say that like vampires will naturally release pheromones. Like this has been the working theory for years that that's what attracts people to them. But like I didn't like I'm not trying to body shame or be like nasty, but like I didn't think she was all that. You know what I mean? Like I was like I kind of felt like whoever cast the movie probably should have like checked more. Yeah, probably should have checked a bit more because, like I said, I did not care for it. I tried to watch the 50 Shades movie at one point in time because I said I was working in a toy shop. I kind of wanted to know, like, I didn't really want to watch it. I read like 2 pages of the book and I was like, oh, we're done with this. But I watched the movie and I said I made it about 20 minutes in, and then like I shut it off. I was like, this is stupid. But people were like so into it. They, oh my god, I'm gonna go see this movie. Oh my god! Like the very first one came out on Valentine's Day, and that was like our busiest day of the year in the store. It was a weekend. It was Valentine's Day. I literally don't think I've ever had a busier day there than that. And then every time the movie would come out, we just know that there was going to be people like, oh, did you watch the movie? Oh, did you watch? Oh, yeah, I seen this in the movie. I seen. So we were like, okay, like that's what even got me started trying to watch this shit, and it just was stupid. Like, dude's a billionaire. As soon as he took her into the room, right, the red room, he took her into the red room. As soon as he took her in, and all like the toys and everything were all hung up, I was like, nope, nope, I'm done. No woman is gonna look at shit that's been used on other people and go, yeah, yeah, you can use it on me too. That doesn't. I don't know how the rest of the movie went because I didn't watch it. I did not watch it not one little bit after that. Like, I'm good. I'm good. We don't need to watch anymore. But like, who? Like, I don't care if it's a paddle. I don't care if it's a what. Like, if you walked into a room and somebody had everything perfectly lined up and you knew that this was shit that had been used on other women, like I just don't think that there's a lot of other women that would have been like, oh, okay, yeah, why not? Let's sign this contract. Like the contract shit, like just it was such a stupid idea and such a stupid movie. And I made it about 20 minutes in, and then I was like, oh fuck this movie, like. But it was like a horrible, horrible book too. I tried to read some of the book, and like few pages in, I was like, who the fuck wrote this shit? Why are people so like horrible writing, like just not good at all. So that's my opinion. I'm sure there's a lot of other people out there that will disagree with me and disagreed with me over that one, but like just one my thing. Okay. Um, okay, let's see. There's a guy, his name is Charles Bronson. He has intense wiener enlargement exercises that people are warned to not try at home. I'm curious if it works. You know, like every guy says that they want to be bigger, right? There are guys out there that are literally so large that they can't, like, they physically can't be intimate with anybody because, I mean, like, you just imagine, like, that thing gets full of blood. You got no blood going to your brain and shit. Like, you're lucky motherfucker don't pass out. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I've seen some women, like, I'm not, like, I would rather have a normal size one. That is me. I'm very short. There's only so much room in there. It's not Mary Poppins motherfucking handbag. You know what I mean? Like, we're like, oh, a coat hanger. Like, you know, I mean, it's not. So, like, all that is, I mean, like, listen, there's only so far you can go into a toll booth before they charge your account. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's only so far. There's only so far. All right, so let's moving on. Um, I was talking the other day. There's one. It's about. It says Ryanair. I don't know if this is maybe a line out of the country. They plan to cut cockpits in half as wild money saving methods. So they're literally going to cut it in half. I've asked this before, and I'm like legit curious. Like, why don't they have like see-through cockpits on planes? Like, why don't they have, like, you figure you're in a car, you check your blind spot, right? Like, so why, like, are they, like, they're literally looking out windows. I get that they have, like, all their equipment and everything, but a little extra sight can't hurt. Their windows are, like, this big. Like, it can't hurt. Like, what harm could it really do? Like, they should be sitting in there, like, in just a clear, like, you know what I'm saying? Even the fighter jets, if you look at some of those, like, they have full 360 access to look completely around them. But, like, does it seem like maybe we wouldn't be having so many issues with our planes this year if perhaps they had more space to look? I mean, like I said, I get that there's instruments, there's things that keep it in the air, there's certain. Alonzo, good morning, honey. But like I get that, but like, what harm could it really do to just like give them an extra spot to check? Like maybe we could miss some of this shit that's been going on. You know what I mean? Um, the next one is a doozy. Prepare. All right, sit down for a minute. Discussing the Twilight movie and its plot. I mean, I really wasn't. Like, I was, but not in like a good way. Um, I mean, I love the AI summary. It always gives you like just these random things. Um, so there was a man who recently turned up at a hospital and had a World War I, you know, the B word, right? That was up his back door. Yeah, so that's a new one. That's a new one. Like I said, I worked in an adult toy store for like 7 years. Like, that's a new one. That's one. Why would you use an actual one though? Like, I understand people are into whatever they're into and whatnot. Why wouldn't you use like a replica? Like something that isn't, because that's like, we'll be real, that's a shitty way to go. Like, just because it hasn't, that doesn't mean that it won't under pressure. I mean, maybe I'm wrong with this. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Let's see. All right, there's a man with whose net worth is worth $20 billion, and he put in a cart order so big that it literally shut down the Mercedes factory. Maybe he'll give them out. How do you sign up to get on that list? I wouldn't mind having a Mercedes, right? Like, I wouldn't mind, not one bit. Sonya, you want one too? Shit, like, we're giving them out. He's gonna be like Oprah of Mercedes. Like, you get a Mercedes, you get a Mercedes, you get a Mercedes. Sometimes I look at people and I'm like, what do you do for work? And then I realize a lot of time it's family money. Like, these people are born into richness. If you're born and you have an unlimited budget, right? You know what? Fuck it. We're giving Sonya two. Like, take two Mercedes. But like some people, like you're like, oh, like I am one of those people. I like the rags to riches stories better than like these like anything. Like, you look at someone like the like who was it? What's her name? The blonde chick who she like defrauded a whole bunch of people. She convinced them she was like a German heiress, like all that stuff. I just started raining here. It's okay. It's just a rain. It's just a rain. It's okay. I know. I know. You're so tough. Something Delvey. I know her last name's Delvey. I think it's Anna Delvey. But like, this was like in the news about how she was like this big time like scam artist and she scammed all these rich people and all this stuff. Like, I just, you see some of these people like the Hiltons and whatnot, and you're like, like, just don't. Like, you know, I mean, hi, Aries. Good morning, honey. Like, just anything. So, Anna Delvey, she was, like, really into art and all this stuff. I've seen, because she's been doing recently, I think her name's Anna. I don't 100% remember. But our community just teared up. Yay. But so she ended up, she did a painting, right? And she's trying to, at work, yeah, you on break? She's trying to make it as, like, a legit artist. And when I tell you, like, I looked at some of her paintings and I try to be open minded that maybe even if it doesn't work for me, it might work for somebody else, right? If you have enough money, you can do anything. Like, you can do anything. If you have enough money and you want to start a publishing company, guess what you can do? If you got enough money and you want to open a storefront, guess what you can do? If you want to, you know, like, money definitely gives people the in. So when people like, you know, Perry's like, I built a brand. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You were a rich, snotty kid, and you're still a rich, snotty kid, and you're having rich, snotty kids. Like, you didn't build a brand. You paid other people to build the brand for you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the Kardashians. Like, they were already rich before they even got big. You know what I'm saying? Like, Kim Kardashian used to claim that she was, like, Paris's assistant. Like, all that stuff. Like, it's hard for me. You were right. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I mean. Is somebody that comes from nothing, Sonia, and they build a brand, and like, that's impressive. To me, that's impressive. Like Paris Hilton, right? Remember, she had, this was like maybe a year ago, right? it got really viral on like TikTok and all this just other stuff, right? Where she had this cookware line come out, and I bitched a lot about it. Like I was like, what the fuck? Because like just watching her even try to cook for herself was like this chick has probably never cooked a meal, but she has a cookware line coming out. But I can't. Oh, that's okay. That's okay. But she literally had a cookware line come out, and it was all pink because pink is her favorite color, and she just loves pink. And now, like all these people went out, like to Walmart, all this other shit, bought these pink pots and pans, and now like there's something wrong with them. So like you'll see people on TikTok like cooking with them, and all the pinks like chipped off of it and shit. Like, but it was a big deal once upon a time to. Oh, did you? Okay, well that's. I mean, shit. Whatever whatever keeps you working, right? Let's see. All right, all right. Let's see how much longer I have, y'all. Yeah. Okay. All right. We're about done for today. So, all right, guys. I'm gonna jump off. I love you guys. Thank you guys for coming in and seeing me. I'm gonna slap some eyeliner on. I'm going out to shoot pool tonight because the dogs are out. Oh, gotcha. But so I'm going out tonight to shoot pool. I'm hoping like maybe I'll be able to stream a little bit while I'm there. Oh, thank you guys. Thank you. I appreciate you guys stopping by. Like I said, I'm trying to be on here a bit more. It's been a lot within the last few months. Like, I'll keep you updated on what they say about, like, either surgery or my biopsy or whatever. Like, you guys know that you'll hear me talk about it again. But no, I do love you guys, and I appreciate you guys stopping by to see me. Come by and see me anytime. Off at 3 p.m. Well, that's not too bad, right? It's not too bad. But so yeah, I'm going out to shoot tonight, which I'm very excited for because I need some billiard therapy. I need it. So, all right, guys, I will be back a little later on. I hope y'all have a beautiful day if I don't see you again, because you know what? You fucking deserve it.